Hey everybody, this is Brian Kaskavalcian with G4 Marketing Group, and today is April 2nd, Thursday. Um, Having another one of these quick conversations with my client, Victor Smolyanov from Victor's Roofing. Um, Victor, I said it wrong, didn't I?
Victor Smolyanov, close
Smolyanov.
enough.
Oh, I did say it right. Okay, cool.
Close
So,
enough.
so Victor is in a really interesting situation. He owns one of the largest roofing companies in Michigan. Up until what, 2, 3 weeks ago, you were busier than busy, and things have slowed down. Obviously, Michigan is on pretty strict lockdown orders. So we were just having a conversation, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind jumping on and letting me record him uh, his answer to the question I'm asking all of the people I do this interview with is, what are you thinking right now? What are you feeling right now? And what are you doing right now?
I mean, thinking, feeling, I think that we share the feelings with a lot of the people. It's times of uncharted territory. You're not really sure what's going to happen tomorrow, the day after. But my outlook on it is just it's a temporary pause on what we're doing, right? Like typically we're doing 50 to 60 jobs a week. And then about a week and a half ago, we have a stay-at-home order. And what we decided to do is we're only pursuing projects that are actively leaking. And if that means that we're only doing one roof a day and one repair day that are considered essential, we will. But to me, it's a temporary pause. You kind of put your business in idle, put it in maintenance mode. And once the stay-at-home orders are lifted, my gut feeling is that there's going to be a pent-up demand. I was telling you earlier that our website is seeing more traffic on it than it did last March of 2019. And I think that people are spending more time at home. They're doing the research. And I do think when people start feeling, I guess, let me say, safe again to be outside or to be doing things, I think the demand will be there. So temporary pause, working on projects, putting new processes in place. So, and especially for the management team, for the leadership team, it's, hey, let's get things in order that we're putting off before, because right now is the time to do it. So I
Yeah.
think it's just a temporary pause that's going to be recovered later.
Yeah, and I like what you said about that is doing the things that you've had on the list of things to do, improving processes. Do you mind sharing any like specific things that you are working on?
I mean, something simple, right? In finance, a better way to track expenses, right? Because there's not a lot of things to process right now. You go from 50 to 5 jobs a week. So now we have time. So let's get a better expense tracking system in place. On the sales team, let's use that to train our guys, coach our guys on Zoom calls,
Yeah.
right? And even when this is over, I think the consumer is going to be a little bit hesitant to let us in the house. So unless we pivot and we change and we say, hey, if you're comfortable having us in the house, we'll be out. And if you want to do a virtual appointment, we'll do that as well. And, we're coaching guys right now, having trainings on, hey, how do we get better in selling virtually? Because selling via Zoom is very different than selling in the house. You can't do a show and tell, right, as
Yep.
good. You have to keep people engaged because it's really easy just to zoom out. That's actually funny. Zoom out on a Zoom call
All right.
because you don't know if they're watching you. You don't know if they're paying attention. Are they texting? What are they doing? So it's practice, practice, practice. So
Yeah.
and even our own yard, like at our shop, we wanted to organize it better. We wanted to grade it. So we have only one guy working in the yard right now. He's the only one there, but he's moving things around, getting everything organized, and to make sure when we get back into the swing of things that we're prepared for it.
Wow. Awesome. Great advice, great attitude. Again, thank you for doing this. I'm going to keep it short because I know you're busy. You got stuff to do. What a great message. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for doing this. Any parting words?
Keep your head up. A lot of guys, and I know that a lot of our competition will be out of business based on how they do business. And keep your head up. We will all get through this. I mean, I was telling you earlier, we have 800,000 in the pipeline that we just cannot produce because we're not allowed to, right?
Right.
And I think that for anybody that's, listening to this, for future actions, for future things that you can do differently in the future, man, save your money. Because what I did is, in 2018, we had it was a great year. It was, we grew by exponentially, and we kept money in the business. We kept return earnings in the business, and right now, that stuff is crucial. So having money in the bank and knowing that, hey, this is just a pause definitely gives me a lot of, I guess, comfort and peace of mind that, hey, we'll just put a pause. We might lose a month, we might lose a month and a half, but the business is nowhere near to being in jeopardy, and just, we'll get back to it as soon as the government says we can.
Awesome.
So, all right. Thank you, Brian.
Cool. Thank you, Victor.